Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Sigma Footy, the channel of unfiltered, biased and passionate football stream. Well, it has been a very, very good day today. From morning, you can see a massive impact in the social media. Think Anand?
Yeah.
It has been a
Yeah,
delightful
it was a shocker.
shock. Yeah. So I will say congrats to Villarreal for the massive game by winning over Manchester United, who I think they predicted they would have won it lah. But looking at
especially playing away, right?
Especially playing against Unai Emery, I guess. Well, it is very, very good evening, everyone. But yeah, well, no one expected this. I would say everyone had the lights for Manchester United for their hopes to win it, and it has been ended in a penalty. It's a dramatic ending, lah. The 420 minutes finish and end up with 11 players taking all the penalty, and ended up 11-10. Well, so as a Manchester United fan, let's go to AC. What do you think? What did Ole screw up in his tactics, or is this pure luck for Villarreal to win it?
Okay, so good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So I did think OGS got his tactics wrong. I don't think the team turned up for the final. They did not play well. Nothing worked for Manchester United. I do think Villarreal deserved the win because they came to the match with a particular mindset of executing what plan they had, and they did that perfectly. I don't think they played exceptionally well, but it was good enough to beat such a mediocre Man United team. Man United just did not turn up for the final. Nothing worked. And yeah, I guess Villarreal just deserved to win.
But did Ole, how about his lineups and everything? I think he rested everyone prior to this game. The whole squad, it was just like they were ready to go for all out in this game. No one expected this. But you think how about the starting up of Greenwood? Did he really need to be started, or he should be in the sub to give an impact later on? So what do you think, AC? Is this just another screw up from Ole again?
Yeah, I do think that OGS got his tactics wrong this time around. Like you said, he did rest the entire squad on the final day of league. So they should have been fresh for this match, but that wasn't anywhere to be seen. The entire team just looked so tired with so much of fatigue. No one was running. I do think McTominay turned up. He did try to do something. He played well, but apart from that, no other players really turned up for the match. Let's not even get started on Rashford.
Yeah, wanted to hear about him. It's
Rashford just had such a disastrous performance.
Yes.
And regarding Greenwood, yeah, I do think that Greenwood should have been on the bench. He's a very effective winger, right? So you introduce him later on in the game. He comes with a lot of speed, pace, maybe start with James, get the defenders tired, because James is more of a sprinter than a football player, right? So he's just going to keep sprinting down the flank. That will make all the defenders tired, and after that you bring in Greenwood second half, or like the last half an hour for the game, and that's when Greenwood could have been more effective. Starting with Greenwood did not pay off, just like how every other thing did not pay off. So yeah,
and I'm happy about it. It's okay, but yeah, I do feel defensively. Letting the first goal by Manchester United is that really caused the changes the whole game. The impact. But Manchester is always good in coming back for past few games, so their comebacks are very, very good. So defensively, I guess y'all are missing Maguire. What do you think, Ivan? Maguire really is a missing piece in this squad, or is just Lindelof getting even worse day by day in your squad?
Okay, Lindelof, ever since he joined us, he has always been a liability. There's no denying that. Even before we signed Maguire, right? During Mourinho's time as well, we were always needed a centre back. And even when Maguire came, he had tough time settling in, And Solskjaer, for some reason, he always preferred Lindelof over Bailey. I'm not really sure why. I personally feel Bailey could make a better partnership with Maguire. But Lindelof, guys, Lindelof, he really has to leave this club. He's really no point keeping him. And that goal that we concede, like you said, is so soft, so weak. I mean, he made Moreno look like what Drogba is it? Like Moreno is not a physical striker also, and he can't
Yes.
even hold him off.
Yeah.
And regarding the tactics, I just want to add on like what AC said regarding Greenwood being a sub, right? I agree with that. Another thing is I would say the whole season, right? Most of United fans, we were not happy with Fred starting always in the lineup. But we can see why actually Fred needs to start. It's not because he's great or what, but if Fred starts, he can make Pogba play higher up the field. And when Pogba plays higher up the field, he gets the best out of our attack. I mean, we'll be more creative.
Yeah, we
When
seen that
Pogba
in
plays
two
well,
games.
when Pogba plays well, somehow Bruno plays well, Cavani plays well. And yesterday, I think Ole went with the fans' pressure to not start Fred, okay? And he played Pogba deep. Pogba playing deep is equal as just playing Fred. I mean, he's totally ineffective playing in the deep role. So I think Villarreal also changed their formation to 3 in midfield. They actually they play 4-4-2, but yesterday they play 4-3-3 to pack the midfield. And Pogba couldn't really
Move
grab
around, I
hold.
would say.
Grab hold of the midfield. So I think Ole made a mistake in that. He should have just let Pogba play that free role. He was playing the free left hand side role for the past few weeks. So that gave us a lot of attacking creativity. But yesterday there was nowhere to be seen. And the shocking thing is in the 90 minutes, no subs was made. I mean, like, what was that?
Yeah.
Villarreal made 4 subs.
Villarreal made all the 5 subs, and in additional time he made another one, 6. So I mean that's a benefit for Europa League, and you all should just use it.
Yeah, it should. And especially I think the whole 120 minutes, right? We only played well in the second half of normal time. That was the only half we played well. When he went to extra time, I was so shocked. I mean, I was so disgusted with that performance. We are united. I thought, like what you say, we are the comeback kings, right? But in the extra time, there was no urgency, nothing. We didn't push. We played more like the team. Yeah, we played more like the team.
Was just sitting back.
Yeah. We played more like the team, that was hoping for a penalty. It's supposed to be the other way around. I mean, Villarreal was quite comfortable, and as the game progressed, right, Villarreal became more and more confident. They were like wasting time, winning the falls. I mean, we really played into their hands. And yesterday's game showed that Emery is really a good manager, guys. I think we should not like sleep on that. I mean, he able to bring this Villarreal team, who is not really great actually, but somehow we United went and lose to this team. This is their first ever trophy in their history. Their first ever European final appearance, and we went and lose to them. Yeah, Manchester United. So it's really embarrassing. Really embarrassing.
Very, very shameful, I would say. But yeah, no one really expected this, and we can't see Bruno at all yesterday, especially.
Yeah. Bruno once again, like, I mean, like always in this stream, right? Raj will always say Bruno is actually overrated. I mean, in especially in big games, he goes missing. And when I really sit back and see that, right, is whatever Raj said is actually true. Yeah, especially in big games, Bruno tries. I don't know what's his issue. He always tries
because of the pressure. Like, everyone he has the pressure. I need to do it. I need to win it. But
maybe I feel like he tries things too hard. Like every time he gets the ball, he's trying for that killer pass or the long diagonal.
Like made a dive, I guess.
Yeah, but I feel like in this kind of games, Bruno should do the simple things first. Like, like we see our past midfielders, okay, like Scholes, Roy Keane, when things is going tough, right? They do the simple things. Take the game by the scruff of the neck. Go in, win the falls, bring the ball, do the simple stuff, get everyone playing. But he always seems to, even though I think last 2 weeks, Roy Keane was saying the only thing I see Bruno doing is complaining and moaning to the referee. And I think we saw that all yesterday.
We saw that many times yesterday.
Yeah.
Like,
Bruno
there was no constant pressure from Manchester, I would say. Like, Villarreal is just trying to control the game. You all were losing 1-0. From there, you all just continue push. And once you all scored your equalizer, I think that was also very lucky for that 1-1. Yeah, sure. Just kept on with the momentum and just push it until the end. Sadly,
I don't know what happened to the momentum. Like, I thought when we scored, right, okay, another comeback on the cards. I mean, this is a usual thing, but Villarreal did well to like just break that momentum. I think, but like what AC said, I think we didn't perform from our point of view. There's no point blaming anyone. I think Villarreal was there for the taking, but we just didn't turn up. No excuses, no excuses.
And if you think about it, right, there's a lot of baffling decisions from Ole for this particular match, right? All the way from the way how the match started. Like you said, right, he chose to not start Fred for some reason. Like you said, maybe it could be because of the fans' pressure and so on. But he always started Fred in all the league matches. So what is the
Correct.
difference now? He did
That's
not care
true.
about it back then. What made him change it now? You know? And like what Ivan said, even though Fred isn't the greatest player out there, it allows the other players to perform. And that was to begin with, right? That was one decision that went wrong. And then, of course, like what you said, there were absolutely no substitutions done at all throughout the 90 minutes. What was he waiting for? Rashford was so bad, you could have taken Rashford out.
No, I mean, what happened to Rashford? Okay, we know he's like not pretty consistent, but yeah, his decision making is sometimes bad. But yesterday, the whole night, you couldn't see him. He again, I say Bruno. Like these are all like what to do. They are the key players. And Cavani experience. Cavani is just right there. He'll need good passes, someone to feed him. That's how he is. But yeah, no one expected Rashford to be this bad as well.
Apparently, he broke up with his girlfriend, long-time girlfriend. So maybe that got to him. Mentally not ready, I guess. I don't know.
Actually, speaking of all of this, Manchester United and Ole's tactic, right? I think Ole has been criticized for not for bringing up the base tactics to Manchester United and then putting up in the league. But especially he was criticized for not having the edge to win cups or leagues. But looking at yesterday's final, right, Ivan and AC, do you think Ole, more than the players, Ole confused them that led to this scenario, or what do you think that it's actually he is the one who lack of confidence rather than the players?
Okay, see, one thing to note here is that this is Ole's first major cup final, right?
Final.
So as bad as how Manchester United performed, I think we can cut some slack that this was his first ever cup final against a manager who has won this cup so many times before. And the only reason he couldn't win that cup was because he was managing a club called Arsenal. But let's not get there. Apart from that, he's always won this cup with every other team that he's managed. And, it was never going to be easy for Ole. The players obviously have some experience. But like I said, I think Ole just got his tactics wrong. And I think it's still okay because this is the first ever cup final. A lot of major big managers have lost their first finals, right? So
Arteta won his first final.
And look at where that got the club at. But okay.
Yeah.
Still clinging into that, Kevin. That's not this season, That was last season.
Yeah. I mean that's the only thing they can talk about right there at the moment of time,
Okay, we are talking about first final. Okay. Yeah, Ole after some time, first final. It's okay. We give credits to him definitely. I would say with this squad, Ole brought up the whole team to somewhere where he is Champions League, second spot for the league. That's very good already. And yeah, he brought them to a Europa League final. I would say he did a great job in a way. But sadly, no one expected this. And you know how Spanish league is, like how Paul Scholes said before the game. Villarreal just number 7 in the league, and Real Madrid and Barca and Atletico as well are having a bad season. I think Chelsea is like the star who won all the Spanish side of it. We'll come to that later. But yeah, Villarreal just number 7, and it should have been an easy game. That's the expectation, and reality.
Yeah, Kevin, just to add on that, right? Like, I mean, the United fan base this season, I mean, they're quite pretty divided. Like some is really feel like Ole has done a good job, and some is like totally Ole out. And it's always between the United fan base against the rest. Okay, they're all saying that no, Ole is not the man to I mean, like he's not can't fill in the shoes to be a United manager. And this whole season, I think Ole has proved everyone wrong. But this one result now, right, has changed everything.
Changing back everything.
It has also put a question mark to those who believed in Ole now. I think this is going to. I feel very worried that this will be carry on in the next season. So it depends on the players now. The players now have to take this result, right, as something that they really need to come back from this and prove that they want to play for Ole. That's the only way now.
And if you think about it, it's such a sorry thing, right? Because it ended up with penalty shootouts and anything could have happened, right? Such a small margin. Right now, we are criticizing Ole and all, right? But let's just say one of the Villarreal guys just slipped and he missed his penalty. Now we would be speaking like, Ole was the hero.
Yeah.
It's like such small margins, right? And which is why, to me, I think no matter what, Ole has done a great job, because I'm not choosing to look at it from one match view. But if you look at how the club has performed since he took over, there's always been some improvement, right? He's always doing a better job in the next season than the previous, right? So for that reason, I think Ole should stay, and I still believe in Ole. I still feel he's the man.
But you see, don't you feel like the fact that this game went until penalties is already
it's humiliation, I would say.
Not supposed to do this. It's like scandalous, man. It's not supposed to happen like this.
Yeah, of course it is. Okay, but you see, the thing is, right? See, this is a Europa Cup final, right? No matter how much we say that Man United is a great team and Villarreal is not a great team, they couldn't have reached the final by being a very poor team, right? The fact that they have come to the final shows that they have something good. They are good in some way, right? And like I said, they just turned up with their particular strategy. They executed it well. And sometimes, like we all know, a small team can go to a final and they can still win the cup because they can stick to the particular strategy.
Yeah.
And with this being Ole's first final, I think, he got a lot of things wrong. Not one, not two, many things wrong. And, it's just such a small margin that he could have still won it. And that's where I'm coming from, that Ole is still the man. But yeah, you're completely right, Ivan. This match shouldn't even have gone to extra time. Man United should have killed it off in the 90 minutes. I don't even know why they kept dragging it. And I think one of the major things that OGS got wrong here is that it was so obvious that once we got into extra time, the entire team was just dragging it to the penalties.
It was dead.
Not even trying.
It was no pressure.
It was horrible. Yeah. So
can't see any solid attack, I would say. Sadly, no.
Yeah, the entire team just shut off. That was just so horrible.
And the Rashford.
So I just hope that
just summed up.
Yeah, and that Trashford miss. Yeah, that was super bad. I just hope that the entire team and also Ole takes this as a learning curve that they should improve on, right? Because even we considered through a set piece, and we actually considered about 20 goals this season itself from set pieces. So this should have been rectified before the final, but of course we were missing Maguire and so on. So perhaps Ole could not do that well here, but this is really one place that he should rectify before we go into the next season. So I think next season is where a lot of us will be able to see whether Ole is the man or not, because right now, where we need to improve as a team is very, very obvious. And we have to see whether Ole can rectify these things in next season. And if he's not able to do it, then yeah, maybe it's time for a change.
Yeah, I guess, now Zidane is available. So who might know? But well, yeah, I will say I'm just sorry for you guys, sadly.
Really? Sorry? I don't think so.
He's happy, man. He's happy, I tell you. Looking at the way he talks and being cynical about it.
Arsenal fans were everywhere, man, today in Facebook.
No, it's irony, Ivan and AC. It's like, today morning when we open up the Facebook, right? As if like Liverpool fans and Arsenal fans won the cup. They were all over the page. Chelsea fans are still busy worrying about our cup final, you see. So I guess they're keeping quiet about it. We will soon dive into it later.
Yeah. So well, end of the day, I would say Emery, tactically he did something, and that gave him the win, I would say, definitely. So well, congrats to Villarreal, and hard luck Manchester United. Better luck next season and the season after.